going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Eric from the Beemer Fam. Right here we have my 2002 BMW M5, and I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys asking me what exactly I've done to the car. I've owned this car for around 3 years, give or take, and over the years I put a few tasteful mods to the car, nothing crazy. Today's video we're going to go over exactly what that is. Like I was saying, first glance on the car, it doesn't really look like much has been done to it, but I'm going to break down exactly what I've done to it to give it such a clean look. It's just really a whole bunch of small mods, performance and cosmetic, around the car that just gives it this look and sound. Okay, so just looking at the car, you wouldn't really suspect much has been done to it. So the first modification are my headlights. All BMW M5s that were made in the US came with orange side markers on the side. As you can see, those guys right there are silver. These are basically the European headlights. Every car in Europe came with the silver side markers. So I personally think with this color, it gives the car a better and more clean look. My goal has been to keep the spec within 3 colors. Blue water metallic, which is the paint, black, which is the grills and the trims and the accents, the windows along the car, and then also silver, which are my wheels. Something I would like to play around with in the future is maybe make the wheels black, see if it gives it more of a sporty look, but I like the contrast right now. It's kind of more of an elegant, classic look at the moment. So the headlight assembly themselves go for around $500+ depending on whether you're getting OEM or aftermarket. The next modification is the black grille. For those of you guys who don't know, all of these BMW M5s from back in the day came with a chrome grille, and I went ahead and put a matte black grille on the car to give it a more sporty look. And like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to match the theme of the car. I feel like chrome kind of ruined the contrast. This gives it a nice contrast between the paint and the trim. So, and this modification was probably the cheapest out of all of them. I believe it was around $50. Since they didn't offer an OEM grille for the car back in the day, you pretty much have to go aftermarket to get a black grille unless you paint a factory one. So something to keep in mind. The next thing I have done, as you can see, the windows are fully blacked out. I have 15% tint on the car. Shout out to Nancy for doing that for us. This is the one modification I believe that tied around the whole car's look, because I had the black grille on before, and it didn't look like it matched as much until I put the tints on. That's really what changed the game with this car. So I paid roughly around $250 to $300 for the tints. This is premium, highest grade tint you can really get. The next thing I have done are actually the halo lights that are on the car. Not the actual headlights themselves, the bulb, but the halo rings, the angel eyes as I call them. These, back in the day, this was like the first generation of halos from BMW, and actually kind of the first generation of daytime running lights in general, just in all of mankind. But the halos that were on this before came in a yellow kind of orangish look. I had to update that to the LED eyes, so we have more of a modern look to match the new BMWs from today's generation. It takes some years off the car and makes you look more of like a 2010 as opposed to a 2002. So I think that was a great addition, and they only cost me $100 from ECS Tuning. So I have links in the description for all these mods, guys. Don't worry. This car is not stock by any means. It is very loud. If you guys have heard this car in person, it is a neck breaker. But we have a Muffler Delete and a Rogue Engineering X pipe. Since I have custom tips on the car, the Rogue Engineering and the Muffler Delete piping in general costed me around $800, all said and done. Maintenance, parts, and labor. That is why this car sounds so sick. It does not have a tune, nothing of that nature. It is just raw V8 from BMW back in the day, which is why you get that glorious sound. So the next thing I got to show you guys is actually inside the car, and actually working perfectly because it's raining. This next modification, I didn't even know this car actually had on it until a year of owning this car, which I think is quite funny. But right here, when I got the car, my last E39 528 didn't have these 2 dots. It had this little panel right here, but it was just all black. There was no buttons or dots or anything right there. So when I first got this car, I was like, what is that? One day I was cleaning my dash down in here, and then I felt this knob down here. Long story short, when you have the car on or turned into a position like this, and you twist this knob, it lights up. This little guy right here is actually a built-in radar detector. The green light is pretty much city mode, and it goes in orange when it's on highway mode. And that red flashing light tells you when a cop is near. It blinks. This is a fantastic radar system that came installed on my car without me even knowing it. And to my knowledge, that's actually a really expensive job, maybe like $2,000–3,000 to do, to fully install and wire the radar detector inside of this car. I'm very grateful for the previous owner for doing that. And that'll do it for all the modifications that are on my BMW as of today, 3 years into the ownership. I want to keep this car fairly stock. I just loved how it looked from the factory. Just wanted to add a few tasteful mods to the car, make it louder, make it sound amazing. And you know, that's what I believe an M5 should look and sound like, is what this car is. I really don't want to do too much of the car, maybe just a little black badge, black wheels, maybe a few accents here and there, but nothing crazy. Damn. We are taking our cars out to Earhart Farmington for a nice cars and coffee. Obviously we have our beautiful 7 Series, my M5. We just came across Danny on the highway in his F80 M3 comp. Now we're mobbing out. What do they call that? Like robot farts or robot verbals? Robot crackles? All right, so now we just popped up at the meet. I got my M5 parked up right here. It's M-Talk all day. Say what's up to him, Ty. What's going on? He's rocking the merch, you know what I'm saying? Edwards 850. Look at this clean M5 right here. I've probably seen one M5 as clean as this one. And he's also got the two-tone ostrich leather with the red interior, Imola red. Steering wheel is new. Shift knob is new. Handbrake is new. Everything is new up in here. Go to 850. You know which one's the gas, man. Come on. You ain't no rookie.
Tap on.
Good stuff, man. You like this thing?
Yeah.
Check out this 1M. Beautiful.
How's it rare?
Wow. This is a rare car.
How is it rare?
They only made a few. They're expensive too, yeah.
How many are there in the world?
I have to look that up for you. There goes the first M6 ever made.
S5M?
Oh, that's dynamic. That is a tight color. The boys rolling out.
So violent.
I got the key to Mo's new S63 AMG. Let's see what it looks like.
I just want to make sure I wasn't.
Oh man. But man, check out the interior on this thing right here.
It's usually the older ones.
Look at the perforated leather across the dash. That is beautiful. Is it Bauer and Wilkins sound system? Something insane. That's ridiculous. This is full executive status right here. Even if we want to pop this open.
So basically, you get in that
come on.
first class seat,
And then you can open it.
but show them the footrest and the
Right now
and the
yeah, the footrest, you gotta hold this button,
recliner.
Okay.
and then that seat goes up.
Stop it, man.
Yeah, you can recline your seat too.
Yeah, you want a massage?
Yeah, you know I want a massage. You know it.
That.
Oh, he about to give me a massage too? Oh, stop.
Driving is another thing too. It's fast. Like you're too tall for this car. Like the footrest is not gonna drop because of that.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you hold this button.
Oh, and it has a footrest?
Yeah, it's gonna go keep
So
going.
like you can watch a
It's-
movie. It's basically like you're in a plane but in a car. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
First class.
Then fucking air too.
Yeah.
Man, that's tight. And the high-end sound system. Is it Burmeister? It's got airbags in the seat
Yeah,
belt.
yeah. So you all the way
What?
kosher. You
It
all
says-
the way
yeah,
kosher.
It says belt bag.
Oh my goodness.
You got you all the way kosher.